So, yeah, like tissue in here.
It was almost as if she knew it the entire time. The whole time, she knew that this was going to happen. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Nez Nation. It's so great to see you. Obviously, most of you guys know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we went live this morning. Judge Scott McAfee, finally issued his ruling in the Fani Willis drama saga disqualification hearing. The charge is that there was a conflict of interest. There was an appearance of conflict of interest. Amongst other things, she committed felony, perjury under oath. She used taxpayer funds inappropriately. She misappropriated and took advantage of taxpayer funds. So many things that she is absolutely guilty of. And the judge issued his final ruling today to disqualify her, whether or not to disqualify her from the Trump election interference case. And the ruling is she's all good. She's in the clear. That clip that I played for you right there in the beginning, we did an entire live stream where I went through the entire report. I'll leave that at the end. You can also just go to my YouTube or Rumble channel and watch it there. But I'll leave it in the end screen. I'll also leave it in the description of this video in the show notes. But essentially, the verdict or the final ruling and the write-up by Scott McAfee essentially says she doesn't get disbarred, which she should. She doesn't get disqualified. However, she can't have Nathan Wade on there. So basically, the judge said it's either you or Nathan Wade. We can't have both, which you guys all know. You think Fani Willis is going to actually do the right thing and recuse herself and be like, you know what, Nathan, you go. Maybe I'm just adding a little too much taint to this trial. As a district attorney who cares about the people, maybe I'll just take myself off the case. You think she's going to do that? Narcissistic, selfish, cash money G Fani Willis? I think not. So basically, the judge said it's either you or Nathan Wade. And we all know she's going to kick Nathan Wade to the curb because it's all about her. It's all about cash money Fani G. It ain't about you. It ain't about me. It ain't about her constituents. It ain't about the people that she claims to serve. It's about none of that. In case you need a little reminder, I'm going to get to Sadow's response. I love Sadow's response. The pit bull. In case you forgot what cash money G is like, check this out real quick. Just pay attention to the demeanor, the unprofessionalism, the rudeness, the utter disregard for decorum. Watch this.
Yes, ma'am. So let's talk about both of those. I know he initially paid for it. Did you pay him back?
For the cruise and for Aruba, yeah, I gave him his money before we ever went on that trip.
You gave him cash before you ever went on the trip?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so when you got cash to pay him back on these trips, would you go to the ATM?
No, lady.
You would not go to the ATM?
No. In my worst days has probably only been $500 or $1,000. At my best days, I probably had $15,000 in my house at cash. At all times, there's going to be cash in my house or wherever I'm laying my head.
The money that you paid Mr. Wade, the cash, in October of 2022, you do not know where that money came from?
I do know where it came from. It came from my sweat and tears.
Just a little refresher course, just in case you forgot how repulsive, how absolutely narcissistic and gaslighting cash money Fani G. Willis is. You know, a lot of people make this about color. A lot of people make this about race. I truly believe in my heart. I never, ever talk about skin tone in my personal or professional life. It is the least qualifiable or verifiable trait in any judgment of any human being. Remember what Dr. King said, content of my character, not the color of my skin? I completely hold steadfast to that. I've had best friends, colleagues, coworkers that were from all different walks of life, that had all different types of skin tones. The more we talk about DEI and skin tone, the more it's discriminatory. But interestingly enough, I do believe in my heart of hearts that if Fani Cash Money G. Willis was white, picture this, Nez Nation. If she was white, what do you think the outcome of this would be? what do you think we'd be seeing right now all over the internet in massively viral clips and live interviews and live commentary and analysis by people like me and people in the mainstream legacy media? We would be seeing, if Fani Willis was actually Caucasian, we would be seeing her trotted into a federal penitentiary in handcuffs as we speak. I guarantee you we would. Because it's their fault. They've made it all about race. She's made it. She went to church and made it all about race. And so one thing I just really want to bring up really quickly is I had a comment from an amazing Nez Nation member. And they brought up that, and again, I don't use race. I don't use skin tone as any kind of barometer for who you are as a human being. I could care less. You're either a good person or you're a jerk and you care only about yourself. Those are the only two kinds of people in the world. But this one, viewer said, I think that Fani Willis, and she was a black female, and she said, I think Fani Willis is a disgrace. And I don't even like Trump, she said. But I think that she gives all black women a bad name. She makes us all look bad. She regresses us and takes us back to the Stone Age. Her attitude, her demeanor, her rudeness, her unprofessionalism, her credibility, the way that she acted, her attitude, you could see it very clear right there. Just a real quick, there's a million examples of that. I just thought that was such a powerful comment. And it's not coming from Mr. Me, Mr. White dude, or whatever brown dude you want to call me. I don't think in those terms. Some people think I'm a brown dude. I've got a vast array of backgrounds in me, just like all of us do. If you really understood genetics and understood bloodlines, you've got a million, trillion, drillion, dillion, traits and backgrounds and ethnicities inside each and every one of us. It's very rare to find a pure breed one or the other. It's like less than 1%. But it came from a black female, an African-American female, who said that Fani Willis is giving us all a bad name. She's making us all look bad. And I think that's very powerful and valid and impactful. We should pay attention to that. Because she is an affirmative action hire. She is a DEI hire. And what Judge McAfee did is a DEI decision. It's an affirmative action decision, because I guarantee you, if she was white, she'd be in handcuffs as we speak. Okay, now, what you're all here for, the pit bull. Mr. Sadow, my favorite attorney, somebody I've actually connected with him. He follows me on Twitter, on X. He connected with me on LinkedIn. We've been in conversation. We're going to have him on the show. Stick around. Make sure you subscribe. Holy macadamia nut. It's going to be awesome. This is his response right here to the decision today. Check this out. Here he is, the pit bull, Steve Sadow. If I ever get in trouble, this is my guy. We've actually connected. He follows me on X. I follow him. He's amazing. Follow me on X too. I'm at Professor Nez on everything. Facebook, you name it. X. Everywhere. I'm at Professor Nez. Steve Sadow, the pit bull, who is the lead defense counsel for President Trump in this Fulton County case. This is his response to Judge Scott McAfee's disqualification ruling. While respecting the court's decision, we believe that it did not afford appropriate significance to the prosecutorial misconduct of Willis and Wade, including the financial benefits, testifying untruthfully about when their personal relationship began, as well as Willis's extrajudicial MLK church speech, where she played the race card and falsely accused the defendants and their counsel of racism. We will use all legal options available to us. Oh, I love this comment right here. We will use all legal available options as we continue to fight to end this case, which should have never been brought in the first place. I have to say that I completely agree, as usual, because he's just a genius, exemplary attorney. And just a really, I just love I love his deliberateness. I love his methodical way that he commands the presence of the court. He commands respect And he always engages with every witness, with every piece of evidence, with the utmost professionalism, and backs everything up with evidence. That's what I love about him. And he doesn't let anybody fluster him, including Cash Money Fani G. Willis, which you could tell in previous videos. I would encourage you to go watch in previous videos where he's actually questioning her directly. It was the one moment you saw a little bit of demureness, if you will, from Cash Money G, because she was ripping Ashley Merchant apart. She was ripping McDougal apart. She was ripping Gillen apart. She was ripping them all apart until Sadow got in there and said, you know what, enough is enough. That's what we need in leadership too. So it's interesting how he talks about the financial benefits. He talks about how she perjured herself. Again, he backs it up with data. She perjured herself. The relationship started way before 2022. We had Yeager, Yurty, Terrence, Dr. I don't recall Bradley. And he also talks about the church speech where she slanders potential jurors. A DA is supposed to hold the highest standard and be impartial. It's supposed to be disinterested. She violated all of that and a million times more. So I love the Pitbull, Steve Sadow's response. I think it's completely valid. I think it's completely accurate, right, and 100% spot on. I throw this off to you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think about McAfee's decision? Was it the right decision? Was it the wrong decision? Let me know in the comments. Do you say yay or nay? Just type that in the comments, yay or nay. What do you think of Sadow's response? Do you think Sadow is right, or do you think Sadow is wrong in the fact that he says they did not afford appropriate significance to the prosecutorial misconduct of Willis and Wade in all those examples with financial benefits, testifying truthfully about the relationship as well as the church speech? I would love to hear your comments on that. As always, if you made it this far, make sure that you sign up and become a Nez Nation Insider. It's our free newsletter. It's absolutely free. Just give us your best email and you'll never miss out on new videos, live updates, breaking news, top stories, current events that legacy media won't show you, that the mainstream media won't show you. CNN won't show you this. MSNBC won't show you this. But I will. I do my own qualitative and quantitative research for you guys. That's the whole purpose of this channel. We have less than 8 months away from the election. Let's get our country back. We need to raise awareness. So tap that thumbs up. Tap it. It takes a nanosecond. It's free. Tap the thumbs up. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to our free newsletter. It's free. It's in the pinned comment and in the description and show notes. And then I will see you guys soon. Don't forget these videos coming up right now. They are awesome. Check out our live stream that we did earlier today. As always, Nez Nation, God bless you, your family, and God bless America. I'll see you soon.